everyone. Okay, guys, let everyone join. 1 second. Okay, guys, let's get started. So today is mobile testing part 1. Honestly, my favorite topic, and I will explain to you why. So a couple of years ago, like maybe after 1 year of like my first QA job, our company made a decision to start to develop mobile application. And I was only one QA, manual QA in my team. And I was really busy with the testing of my web application. And when they brought mobile application, my first thought was like, I cannot handle both. So, and to avoid this stupid situation, I made the decision, let's try to automate some stuff. And you know, it was like actually so interesting. Like it took me like a couple of months, but I did it. And was so excited. And even like a couple of months, I was really thinking about to go to Android development. So I can start like maybe to do some Android programming or like, but like later I made different decisions. So which is really happy that I made different decisions for now, but it's still interesting topic. So I want to share today everything what I know about mobile. I hope it will be interesting. And one more announcement, guys. So we are expecting, like, as you know, Yelana already collecting your emails. We expecting from 1 to 2 new mobile projects in testing. So today, please pay attention to everything what I show you, because you will need all this knowledge for upcoming testing, which is like happen like next week. We will let you know everything. So don't be like really in panic right now. We will give you all information and everything. What do you know, or what do you need to know how to test? So let's get started. So our agenda for today will be, retro, guys. You know, retro, we will check the board, but I already posted the link in general channel. So you will do the retro by yourself, and I will check later, because I want to really focus on mobile testing today. It's huge topic. So retro, you guys already big enough professional to do without me. Okay, so then, well, I will give you overview about mobile application testing. I will show you how to connect the phone to the laptop, and then we will practice with Xcode and Android Studio. So, and homework and question and answer as usual. So okay, guys, mobile application testing. So what is it, mobile application testing? So, and why we need this one? So a successful application can be measured by the number of downloads and positive comments. You know, guys, when you see application in Apple Store or in Google Play, you will see the rating and you will see the comments. Definitely you will check this one, and then you will make a decision, do you want to use it or not? So, as well as a rated implementation of new feature and bug fixes. So rating and comments really needable and really important information. So above all, not be underestimated word of the mouth. So, but how can you ensure any application success? Only with mobile application testing. That's easy. So this practice allows you to deliver better software and helps your application to be successful by testing its functionality, usability, consistency, and growing your user base. So when you're able not only present to end customer just website, when it's cool to have an application. So, but any testing any product like has a challenges. So main challenges of mobile application testing. So mobile application testing, that's really more complex thing than testing traditional desktop and web application, and has its own set of challenges. For sure, guys, sometimes it's harder, but it's so cool. So the biggest challenge is, especially when you're working with Android devices, it's mainly different mobile devices they are. So yeah, can you imagine, even in August 2015, there was more than 24,000 different Android devices. So, and that number has been only growing over time. So for now, it's like, I don't know this number. So all these devices have a different size, shape, software version, as well as the hardware. And you should test enough devices to ensure that majority of users will be happy. So you cannot test only on one device and say, okay, it's worked. No, it doesn't, because different device, different software may handle your application different way. So people nowadays travel more often they used to. So they talk into mobile devices with changing network, roaming. That's also like challenges when you like your network is different, like you're doing some unusual actions with your devices. So yeah, so you definitely want to make sure that your application works when user need it, not just like when you think that's supposed to work. So this may be online, offline, with weak signal, with strong signal, so multiple options. So that's why it's so hard, guys, so many test scenarios. So yeah, what kind of approaches could be used in mobile application testing? First, yeah, as goes for software testing, you have two main approaches for mobile application testing. And definitely, guys, you know that's the manual and automation testing. So let's try to explain what's supposed to be tested manual and what we're doing like when we do automation testing. So manual testing, as you guys know, that's the human input, analysis, and evaluation. So this approach, user-centric, focusing on exploratory ways of monitoring whether a mobile application meets user requirements and expectations. So you should test your application for look and feel, for usability, making sure that your application is user-friendly. That's the most important. So you should not be using manual testing for all of your testing, but just like 20% of them. And guys, believe me, that's a lot, more than enough. So, and then, yeah, definitely like we can automate. We can, but it's not always possible. So what usually automated? So automated testing is like other mobile application testing approach. So you should ideally set up as many test cases as you can and try to automate at least 80% of your testing. So there are specific test cases that should be automated. So that's the list. So yeah, frequent test cases, log in, log out, for example, launch your application. So steps that really easy to automate and not require like some really hard development, I would say. So yeah, automated cases with predictable results. Yeah, most tedious manual test cases. We also can automate test cases that we cannot perform manually, like some performance maybe, some APIs that's easier to do with automation way. And yeah, automate test cases that run on several different hardware or software platforms and configuration, yeah, and frequently use functionality. Okay, so that's about what we will be trying to automate. So let's go to mobile application types. As guys, you know, there are the popular mobile clients, iOS and Android. So that's the guys' most frequent interview question if you're applying for mobile position. Tell me the latest version of iOS. And you're supposed to always know this information. It's mandatory. If you don't know the latest version of iOS or Android, it means you never handle mobile testing. You just don't know. So please remember and what the version is. So for iOS, that's the 12, and for Android, that's Android Pie or Android 9. and this version was released in August. But right now, Google just on the latest Google I/O announced that in the end they will try to release the new Android 10. So I'm excited. I'm actually really want to attend maybe release of Android 10. So we will see. So let's discuss application types, guys. As for now, like really important question: how many users like we have in the class? Are you mostly iOS users, or some of you like Android users? Like that's for my future.
iOS.
Okay. Why iOS?
Forever Android.
Okay. Oh, that's I like it. I'm a Mac laptop, but I'm only Android phone user. I hate phone.
Everything is super clear in Apple.
But Android is more interesting.
My microphone is not clear. Not as always.
Hello?
Guys,
Yeah.
what about sound? My microphone is clear because I
Yeah.
saw the comment that my microphone is not clear.
A little bit, kind of.
You can turn it up. It's a little bit quiet.
Yes.
Quiet.
Or
Yes.
put it close to you.
More quiet than usually.
Oh, what about now?
A little bit better, a little bit.
It's just something with the sound. Sound is different.
Sound is different. Interesting. Because I don't want to just be screaming, guys. Let's try to do, because that's my usual professional microphone. So, and I'm surprised it's bad. Okay, so I will try to be more loud. Maybe during the break I will try to. I tested actually. Okay. So
Let's go.
So guys, so like an echo. Interesting.
Break time.
Okay, guys, so we have multiple users, iOS and Android. Yeah, but I see a lot of iOS. Okay, guys, we'll see. So let's check what kind of application do we have. So we have native applications, web application, and hybrid application. So guys, native application, that's application which installed from application store, iOS or Android, and Apple Store, Google Play Store. So application which can be installed in your device and run is like a native application, like WhatsApp, like Angry Birds, and multiple types of applications that we can call native application. Web application, guys. Web application, that's just a browser or web version of application which you will be viewing using your phone. So that's a type of application which runs from mobile web browser devices like Chrome, Firefox, Opera, Safari. So, and you will be using your own mobile network or Wi-Fi connection. Yeah, like everything, like if it's like not in a, like Facebook, Gmail, that's web application. So when you see like .m.facebook, if it's not like real application which is downloaded, like a browser version, that's the web application. And hybrid application. So guys, about hybrid application, it's really actually tricky to find out that's the hybrid application because that's the combination of native and web. So hybrid apps are a combination, and like this combination cannot be really find out by just only by yourself. You're supposed to know. So you can ask your developer about the type of the application. So yeah, they can run on devices offline, and they usually like written like as a web browsers using HTML5, CSS technology. So that's why that's a hybrid. So yeah, eBay, Flipkart, that's the type of hybrid application. Instagram, I believe that's also hybrid application. So that's about the application type. I hope as for now, yeah, guys, as more we will be involved, then more you will know.
Can I ask something? We still use Windows phones?
No, No, Windows Phone still exists, but honestly, we're not supporting. Like, I don't know the company, except the Microsoft, who is using their Windows Phone. Just honestly, just don't know.
My friend, she's using Windows and she like it.
For testing, I think that's not even, I don't know how to say, that's the punishment probably. If someone tell you, so take Windows Phone and test like any application, I think that's the like real punishment.
Why?
First, I don't know the technology which will help me to get real test results. Most of the applications developed for iOS and Android, and there is nothing specific for Windows Phone.
So there's no tool in browser stack for Windows Phone?
No, browser stack has a Windows Phone, but let's pretend your application developed only for iOS. So you will, I don't know how even you will be able, you will not be able to download it for Windows Phone. So on Windows Phone, you will able to use like Windows native application like calculator, notepad, clock, alarm, maybe some games like which already installed on your phone. So I don't know, even like Facebook or Instagram supporting Windows right now. So not sure, guys. I have no experience in testing mobile application in Windows Phone. I never saw this Windows Phone in any position, especially for mobile testing, like, you know, like in a job description. So I can't help in this one.
I can send you one.
Okay. So guys, right now, okay. So right now I will show you how to connect the phone to the laptop and how I will be testing. So guys, by first I choose Android and Mac. So first, like any company who is supporting both web mobile and just native mobile application, they all testing like both iOS and Android. Usually right now, from my personal research, companies using MacBooks or employee, like I'm personally on the Mac already like 5 years maybe. So that's why to test, like, for example, web version of your application, it's really important to know how to connect the phone to the laptop and how to test and how to save the logs from the, like, when you test in web application. So I will show you how to do it right now. Okay, guys, so yeah, as you think, like, you know, sometimes people like real surprised why Android and Mac, that's like different software, but believe me, they like working so nice together, like even compared to Windows and Android, Mac and Android, like when they connected to each other, just the best friends. So sometimes it's really hard to, I would say, install and set up, but I'm sure you will be able to handle this one. So what do you need? What you will be need? So for some of who has Mac and Android, join me. I will show you. For some of not, you will be able to do it later whenever you have all this fun. So phone supposed to be connected to the Mac, to the laptop by the USB cable. But first, once you connect it, you're supposed to go copy this URL. Guys, anyone doing this one? Do you want me to paste this URL in the channel?
Yes, please.
Okay. Let me enter. Okay, 1 second, guys. So URL in the chat right now. So you can download and install this application, which is called Android File Transfer. So with this application, you will be able to see everything what's inside of your phone, like inside of the Mac, like that's the file system, you see? So that's the like first part. And once you're done, you will be able to see everything what's on your phone on your Mac. So that's the first one. Okay, so, but that's not everything. So once you did this one, next step, you have to enable developer options on Android. So there is like settings on the phone, and I will give you the screenshot. So first I will show you on my phone, and then I will show you the screenshot. Okay. Okay, guys, so there is a settings menu. It looks like this. So what you have to do, so you have to go and find out about the phone or something similar. If the title of this about the phone might be virus, depends on your phone. So usually it's somewhere like you have to scroll down. So about my phone, I have to click here. I already have developer options. So, but what you can say, you can find out the build number. It's also here in Android, in the phone. So it's here. Then after you find out this build number, you have to tap on this build number. You see this one here 7 times. Like if you, for example, not sure if you click it 6 times, so don't worry. Like phone will always tell you tap one more, and then the phone will tell you, you are now a developer. So that means developer options already enabled in your phone. So then you can go back to the settings on your phone, and you can find out the developer options. I will show you how it looks like. It will look like this, developer options.
Excuse me, Marina, if you can show something on your phone, you stop sharing the screen, because the very small screen, we can see what you show us.
You will see right now the same.
Don't see.
You will see right now the same screenshot. On iPhone, it will not work because that's the iPhone. About iPhone, we will talk later a little bit, guys. Focus on what I'm talking about right now. So, guys, that's the more close view here. So you're supposed to find out this one about device. And here you will see the build number, like here. Once you click here, oh, that's the different one. So you find out the build number. It will say build number. You have to click on this build number, and then 7 times, and then you will see this developer option. So guys, what you're supposed to definitely enable here. So if you see this developer options menu, you're supposed to enable the USB debugging. So, okay, I will stop the share the screen. I will show you maybe. So this one calls USB debugging. This one's supposed to be on if you wanna check your application on the phone.
Oh, I see.
What's up?
I see it now. We found it.
You found it? Okay. Guys, sound not clear or explanation not clear?
Image not clear. We didn't see your screen.
Screen or you mean?
I mean your phone.
Your phone, yeah, we cannot see.
Guys, I'm saying, so USB debugging is in the phone. Once you enable this developer options, you will be able to open and you will see this one, USB debugging. It says debugging and under it USB debugging. I will give you a screenshot later. Like I can even give you like right now. 1 second. I will post in the channel so you will be able to see it. Guys, do you know how to make a screenshot on the phone?
At least that, yeah.
Yes,
Tell me.
we do.
You're
So
supposed
how
to,
to make a screenshot on the phone?
you're supposed to
Depends on what
press
phone. What phone?
any
Depends on
phone.
the phone.
Press on a home button and on a side button at the same time and just hold it.
It's different for a different phone.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
it's different.
yeah, what about Android? That's the interview question, guys. I'm not just asking you because I don't know, I know.
Home button and power button at the same time.
Power and volume down,
In-
that's for iPhone.
You
In
don't
iPhone, it depends to model because in iPhone, last iPhone,
iPhone 10.
you should press two buttons on the left,
Power.
volume up and volume down, and side button.
Actually, just volume up and power.
Android frequently, like most scenario, like for example on phone, that's the power button and volume down. For example, on some Samsung phones, you can just like swipe up. So in this case, you're supposed to answer how, okay guys, how you will answer for this question. If you don't know for sure how to make a screenshot, if they will ask you, okay, how to make a screenshot on Samsung Galaxy 8 Note. And you don't know. How you will answer?
I will
Google it.
Google.
Google.
Yeah, Google it. Yeah, because you can say usually that's the like power button and volume down or up. But if I don't know for sure, I will Google it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but guys, when you will be reading, if you will be applying for mobile application tester position, so and you will be seeing something like in a position, they looking for someone who is really familiar for example, Android testing. You're supposed to, before the interview, go and read everything about the like testing on the Samsung phones, Google Pixel phones, that like, which is really popular, especially Samsung phone. So you're supposed to know. So, okay guys, so right now, let me show you actually how to connect and how to test. So I will show you different screen. 1 second, guys. Do you see my screen, guys?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, so okay, cool. If you're in developer mode already. And so right now, your phone's supposed to be connected by the USB cable. And there is a cool feature. Yeah, it's definitely on the Chrome. So again, environment. Android phone, USB cable, MacBook with installed Android file transfer. And Chrome browser, Google Chrome browser. So what I'm going to do, I want to inspect everything, what is on my phone with the Chrome browser, how I will do this one. So in a browser, I will type Chrome, inspect. I will post this link in a channel, in a chat, sorry guys. And what I will see, discover USB devices. And for some reason, I'm not seeing my device, which was working. Yeah, okay, it came. You see, guys, right now, the browser showing you that we have, like, for example, Chromecast connected to this browser and device. So that's my device, and that device connected to the computer. That's how you can check. So that's your successful page. You suppose once you install everything, if you install everything correct, so you're supposed to see this page. Guys, I'm trying to follow your chat, but it's like, okay, you're working without me, cool. Okay, so And right now, once my device is connected, so what I want to test, I wanted to see our DINS application, how a DINS application looks like on web mobile. So what I'm going to do, I'm open Chrome browser on my phone, and oh, I forgot the link. Just a second. I forgot the link. So right now I'm typing in the URL field URL for the DINS. Okay, just 1 second. For some reason it doesn't work. 1 second, guys. DINS master, no. Okay, let me bring up for the production for now because it's stage that don't want to work. Okay. Okay. You see, guys, yeah? So once I open the browser on my phone, you right now will see my screen. So once you see this one, that means your also phone is connected in the correct way to the browser. And right now you can start testing. So what you're supposed to do, once you see this one kind of successful message, you can click here on inspect. And what you will see, let me change the screen because it's on different window right now. Okay, guys, what you see right now on my screen, that's the real device. That's my phone. So that's view of my phone. That's exactly the same what I have on, sorry. That's exactly what, yeah, on my phone right now. So the same view. What I'm doing right now on the phone will be visible to you on the screen. You see? So the same. But right now we're viewing the DINS website with the console. So once you test something, you immediately see what's happened on the back. So you can see the console, you can see the elements. So guys, the same way how we test in just desktop mobile, we can test web mobile. So that's the correct way how to test an application. For example, you know there is an issue when you're scrolling. So, and you wanna, like when it's happening, you wanna exactly see what's wrong. You wanna see the error to be able to attach the logs, maybe create a video, because it's easier when you don't have to use any other software. You just have to connect your phone to the laptop, and you can use a QuickTime Player, create a video. So, and then you can test. So it's easier for you, for the tester. So it definitely helps our testers just to do like some like easy fancy testing with this feature. Okay, guys, questions about this one, and then we will continue, because I understand that a lot might be really not understandable, not clear. Okay,
Marina, hi, it's Lilia. Just a quick question. The last time, like couple classes ago, you showed us an application, or it was like a machine, I don't know, where we can test like different phones. How is it in a real life? Should we like use like Android, iPhone, or we can use just website which you gave us?
Okay, guys, in a real life, if you testing anything, native application, web application, the real results, definitely real results, it's only when you will be using real device. So emulators, simulators, they're not always really honest with the test results. So you can, using browser stack, South Labs, you can test UI, something which not is requires the purchase. And like you cannot test on emulators, the fingerprints, for example, same anything like, so only UI. So I am using browser stack only if I need to quickly test something and I don't want to go to the test library and take the test device, and I know in this case browser stack will show me the correct results, but my personal preference, I will be using the real device.
Okay, thank you, Marina.
Guys,
Marina.
Yeah, ask me.
Yeah, in a homework, it was saying something about Source Lab. Is it another application we use it?
Application. Guys, there is a lot of that's called farms, like a farm, but the same. So that's called farms. It's a lot of options like browser stack, South Labs, and many more. So that's just for your information. That's the difference.
Is it easier to test Android phone on a Source Lab instead of the Chrome browser? I mean, Chrome developer tools.
No.
No? Okay.
It's not easy. Guys, once you connect it, it's easy. You see, it took me like a couple seconds to connect the phone. Once I install everything, it's easier. And I know that's a real device because I am testing on a real device, so I will be getting the real results. So using the farm, it's not always a real device. So that's only for UI checking. It's not for checking like purchase confirmation, anything, like only for UI testing.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, anyone able to connect and see the same what I see right now, guys?
I'm not able to connect right now, so I repeated when I came to home. Thank you.
Okay, guys, that's the month.
Yeah, I have an iPhone.
Okay, we will talk about iPhone later. So, but for those people who has Windows machine, Mac machine, and Android phone, please do it. So for Windows machine, that's exactly the same. You just don't have to install Android file transfer. On the Windows machine, you will see everything. Like, there is about your computer folder. So you will be see like, extra device here on your computer folder, and you will be able to open on Windows machine. So,
wait a second. If I have an Android phone and Mac computer, so how should I do?
like me just right now.
I mean, the opposite.
Can you please repeat your question because it's not clear a little bit? What you should do, you should connect your phone to your machine. That's the same way with the Windows. Okay, guys, so let's try to test anything. What do you want me to test on web mobile? Where we have an issue? Who tested web mobile and who can tell me where is the issue?
Yeah, can you go
languages?
Okay, languages, and try to book a trip. You cannot proceed to the booking page.
Languages, guys, it's not really, that's production. Guys, I have to, if you book something, I have to go to, okay, that's the production. And you see, right, I don't know if you're able to see. So, but I see my phone asked me to change the language to the Swedish, for example. But once I will do this first, so I change it here. But no, I still have the same UI. You see, it doesn't change. Still the same language. So, for example, and what I can do in this case, yeah, if you want to, like, for example, create a video about this one, you have to install QuickTime Player and just record the screen. So that's easy how to report. Okay, guys, how to save a log from the computer, from the phone? The same way how we're doing just for the desktop. You click in here, save as, and save in the console log. Do remember that you're supposed to be here on the top, user messages. So that's how you can save all console logs here.
You know, what's the format that we put? Isn't it text?
Murat, repeat, please.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yes.
What's the format that we should save the log? It's like text?
You don't have to, so don't touch anything here, okay? That's just that log file. Look, save as a log. You see, it will save exactly like this one on your machine. Don't change, don't touch, okay?
All right, thank you.
No problem. Okay, guys, let me try to actually connect. I don't know why it doesn't want to work on my phone. Let me maybe copy, just a second, guys. I will do different way. I will post this link in a general channel and we will try to open from the Slack. But for some reason, Teams doesn't like my typing. Just a second, guys.
Marina, I have a question. Does it work the same way for my Android Amazon Fire?
Fire tablet?
Yes.
You can try, but I cannot really tell you that it will be. Not really can, because yes, because I never.
That's only device, Android device, which one I have.
Android, you can try. That's what I can tell you. You can definitely try, but I cannot really tell you it will work. For some reason, guys, I'm right now able to open, but for some reason, Teams don't wanna show. Okay, me finally. Thank you, Dean. So you see, guys, API here on stage environment, like for example, so bad, and like I asked like them like multiple times, guys, when like the next fix for API, and I still have no answer, but that's fine. Okay, so create script. Let's see, maybe something is broken. Sparta NG. Okay. You see, I type it this pane and everything is gone. If I will try to, you see, guys, so right now I changed the screen rotation. So right now I'm using the phone as not a portrait, as a landscape view. So I can scroll the same, so I can type something. And what I see, guys, actually, do you see the issue here? If you see, tell me what the issue is.
The screen is not full. Oh, no, sorry.
Okay, thanks.
The picture is broken.
There is no header.
That's the footer, that's why it's no header.
Nothing works.
Language drop-down menu is too close to our blog button.
Maybe I will hire you.
Thank you.
And you know, guys, maybe it's actually, so I will try right now to type or like tap this one. So yeah, it does work. It's not showing like right now on your side, but yeah, I see the pop-up. But why it's so dangerous? For example, like my Pixel 3 XL, that's the large screen. So some phones like with the different viewports, say different. So screen will go smaller. And this one huge language menu, you see, it's not actually changing the shape. So if it will be smaller screen, this menu will be definitely covering these hour block partners and this column. So, and UI will be garbage. It means they're not really well handling their screen rotation. That's the test. And that's, guys, actually really common test case. So what you, if you, related to the smoke, for example, you viewing your application like this in a portrait format, change like this, sometimes you will see like whole application just broken. That's the ones like of the smoke, you see? So that's the smoke test for example, web mobile, like really frequent. So like, let me try. For example, I want to see same rotation for login menu. All buttons you're supposed to check in both ways, like portrait and landscape. Yeah, like scroll, everything else. You see, guys, same issue. Don't have an account yet, sign up. You see how sign up? Close. Because it's supposed to be probably under. So you see CSS here is just total garbage. It's supposed to be different place. So for example, you see the text size, like font is different. Like for example, sign up smaller than forgot password. You see, guys? So they're not really well handling rotation. So what about the search? And I see yes here. Okay, can I search? So I'm trying actually swipe, scroll up and map, you know, you see, guys, when I'm scrolling up, so map staying. So text goes up, but map, so I'm not see any, like, so I see like a white because like right side with the map still on the screen, but left side just white space, you see? Not really good, I would say. Not really user-friendly experience.
Excuse me, I have a question. So you're saying that the map should scroll down or scroll up when you don't know?
So issue was, so I'm just scrolling up on the left side of an application where it was like something about trip information. So, and map not going together up with this part of application. It's not supposed to be like handled on a desktop, because on a desktop you have a huge screen, so it doesn't matter. But on mobile, so for example, I see only the map, but I'm not seeing the information about the trip when I'm scrolling, like you see.
Yeah, but if you, so you're scrolling and you're putting the stuff on one side, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing.
No, guys, believe me for sure. In this case, if there are like, you see on the screen right now, we see map and picture with a glass of wine. So once I'm scrolling here right now, we have like additional content when I'm scrolling. But on the previous page, there is no additional content. In this case, developers supposed to handle this scroll like together. When I'm scrolling on the left part, it's nothing like under. We have no images, no information. Map's supposed to go up together, or just disable scroll in this case, because I see the map, but I don't have any other information, and I'm not really understand what I'm doing with this map. that's from user perspective a little bit confusing.
Maybe
You
it's meant to be like that. Maybe map is fixed.
Yeah, so guys, believe me, once you will test more, you will understand what I mean. So to figure out the issue, guys, that's only one way. Just practice, like always. Just only practice will help you. So in this case, right now it's better when I like trying to test anything. Okay, let's try to check if those tags working. Okay. I hit the stake button, and where am I? And I don't, so text doesn't work. Also, for example, guys, tell me what's issue here. Tell me the issue here. Where is the bug? Come on, guys, testers. That's the interview question. I'm your interviewer, and I gave you the screen and asked you, show me the bug.
We cannot see the upper part of the map.
No, not map related, okay.
Is it me or just the screen is very small? I can see.
Yeah, very small. We don't see nothing, Marina. Can you make it bigger, please?
Unfortunately, I don't think so. There is. Maybe you know what? Maybe I will share. I will put it on different.
Maybe you could turn off your camera and instead of we will see it.
Let me do different way. I will put it on a big screen.
Maybe try Command Plus and try to zoom your
guys,
browser window.
That's the embedded.
Marina, when you open a developer tool on a computer, there's an option to put this like developer tools like on the bottom of the screen, on the side. Maybe you can do it there too.
That's not really will work for mobile. I will try to do different way. 1 second, guys. I will try and to show you a little bit different way.
Or just turn off your camera. That's it.
Okay, 1 second. I'm just trying to. I will.
That was pretty good. If it's, I mean, we can just keep going, I guess. I was getting the whole picture. Just if it's not, if we cannot make it bigger, that's fine for me.
No, I will, and I already find out probably.
Thank you, Marina.
No, guys, that's not about thank you or not thank you. I just want you to, to really practice. I just don't want you to see my screen. I want you to realize what I'm going to do. 1 second, I will share.
Marina, I think you can zoom back from the browser, right?
No, okay. Better now?
Yes, much better.
Oops.
Now much better. Even
That's better. Thank
I
you.
see on my phone.
Use of.
Okay, what was it right now?
Well, there's a problem right there.
Okay, testers, show me the bug.
The
Tell me.
bugs, the days are staying there. Days 1 through 6, you can still see on the screen.
Yeah, the 7th day is not visible.
No, that's not an issue, guys. So it is that like days always
All this.
It should be at the
Days
bottom.
are
of the
also
screen.
visible, so we don't need to see days all the time when we like go through the page.
How about language? If you're gonna change language,
And you see, guys, I'm not able even if I want to change. I can. I don't know how. Like I'm user. I don't know how to disable those stupid days if I want to change the language. You see, guys.
Oh,
Language.
I see. Those days are on top of
Yeah.
of the main.
Yeah. Days like right now covering whole screen. So I'm behind those days, which is bad. You see, guys.
Yep.
So if I do like this, that's it. Everything. I cannot tap. I can do anything.
Days are on the top, yeah.
Yeah. So you see, guys. So that's one. So and when I rotated the screen. So that's a lot of issues. You see, guys, how it's useful?
How do you word this bug when you will do a bug report?
So title will be, I would inspect this element for first. Okay, guys, let me. One second. Let me do it a little bit smaller.
What is this thing on the top also, on top of the deans?
Which one?
Like
This
the
one?
chest field, yeah.
That's fine. That's the part of the Google developer tools. Don't worry about this one. So I would inspect this element. So day selector. So what I would say, so day selector element cover day selector element covering the page like in appropriate way. I would think a little bit about the title, but something like this. First, I have to find out what element. So this one, day selector. So I'm inspecting, and I'm seeing this one. So day selector is like broken. Yeah, like or day selector functionality is broken, or day selector functionality is wrong, or not work as expected. So multiple titles. So titles should be short in this case. So, and I would create a video because it's really hard to explain like briefly. So both, you see, guys, it's even not only for landscape. That's for the portrait. Like you see, guys, same. They added the elements, but they never handle the CSS for this one. So yeah, you can say CSS issue with the day selector element, so multiple types. So, and how you will, so given user on the page, create page, and what you can say, step number 1, when user is scroll down or up, then say selector element covering the page. Oh, sorry guys, no, I would do different way probably. So I would do different way. So not with when and then. So what I would do, so just steps, just add like your environment, like Chrome and Android. Then you can say steps to reproduce and just say open this page, script page, scroll down, see the day selector element covering the whole page. Scroll up, see selector element, day selector element covering whole page. Please see attached video. If I don't have a time, like, and I need to do this report quickly, I would do like this something. Like, I can think about the like more steps and yeah. If I have a time, I will let expected results, actual results. Guys, you for now supposed to do this way nicely. Like you're supposed to put expected, actual, and try to think about the previous steps. When you will be working, and for example, there is like 100 tickets in your queue for QA team to test, you will not be able to write an essay about your bug reports. You can even say here is broken, that's it, and attach log and So it depends on your environment and depends on your deadline. But right now, guys, yes, ask the question.
I'm sorry. What priority is gonna be the bug report?
This one priority, that's major. That's not critical because I still cannot use the application, but that's the major. I would say major, and then I will let the product people make a decision about how fast they want to fix it. If it's just like during the sprint development, when we just build that feature, for example, they just added this day selector. So in this case, just major priority, and we send in this. So in this case, for example, you got this ticket for testing, like with test this day selector functionality. So what you're supposed to do in this case? So you see the feature is broken, yeah? So you're not supposed to just send in this JIRA back with this new feature. You creating the new bug report, submitting this one bug report, and sending this JIRA also back to developers with or product manager with a like note, please send it back for a test after the fix of the and attaching the JIRA number with the bug report. I would do something like this. And I'm sure it's not only this one is broken. I'm sure there is a lot of issues. But guys, I want to go back to the previous page, and I actually want you to still show me the different issue. Guys, 1 second, let me find out this issue with the previous page. Okay, what was the issue, guys? Tell me an issue. Testers. Come on, guys. Page, yeah? So how do you call this element?
Number of page or
number?
No, page
button.
Not number.
Page button.
No.
The header.
Okay, guys, we will hire the George because he said only one. He said that's the pagination. Thank you, George. You second after Victoria. Okay, so guys, that's the element called pagination. So once you see 1 to 3 pages, and you will be able to navigate to different pages. Elements.
excuse me, how it calls, like header or what?
Pagination. You see on the screen. So in this case, guys, when there is only one page, pagination is supposed to be hidden. So if it's only one page and there is no second page, we're not supposed to see this number 1. Pagination should be visible when it's at least 2 pages, so 1 and 2, because you will be able to click next and go back. So explain me the reason to add the stupid number 1 here. That's the pagination. So, but they never added the validation. So when there is only one page, pagination is supposed to be hidden. So pagination is supposed to be visible when there's a couple pages in your search. So that's the search results functionality not handled correctly.
What if developer says it's a feature?
No, that's not a feature. He will say.
But he's a very annoying Indian guy and he says it's a feature.
I will tell you one small secret. I had no experience working with the Indian guys at all. All my developers usually just American guys.
Sorry if we have Indians here.
No, so no, that's possible. But what in this case, if developers will tell you that's the feature, you're supposed to send this ticket to the product and say, please confirm that's the feature. And then you will show me this product person who will confirm that that's the feature. And I will be laughing all day. Believe me, guys, based on my experience, that's the issue. Because like I was participated in implementation, pagination, search functionality for the huge media magazine. So how these pages are supposed to be handled, believe me, I know for sure. Like all the search functionality. I was working in New York Daily News, so we implemented like, you know, like, yeah, you, like for example, you are a subscriber and you want to search article about the Taylor Swift, for example. And you will see 50 pages with the test result. So, but if it's only, yeah, and you will see that you will be available to click next, next, next at least 5 times. Sometimes that we will show you like 10 results per page, sometimes it's 50 results per page, but you will see, you will never see like this number 1 if there is only 1 page. In this case, normal developer will definitely hide the pagination, believe me.
But Marina, if the developer working on the other pages, so it's normal that he posts like page
He's
number.
working on other pages on this time right now, so there is no, so that testing is useless. So you as a tester are supposed to receive tickets in the testing once the feature is implemented. Like, I mean, not fully implemented, but you're supposed to already have a feature for the testing, like at least with the 3 pages. How you will test pagination if it's only 1 page?
My question is like, if we as a QA, we are supposed to test this page, but not the pagination.
Okay, so still you have to create a bug report and send it to developers. But as for now, you see this issue. Guys, believe me, it's always better to create bug report and then, for example, close it because it's feature or it's expected or something else. Then you will not create this one, and this one will go to the production, and it will be your fault. Always better to create than close. That's not create and guessing. You can't, guys. QA, he's not a detective. That's the person who's supposed to make sure user experience that's the best and feature works as expected and correctly. So that's your part. You're not supposed to be guessing. So forget about the guessing. You're supposed to know what you're supposed to test. So that's my strong opinion, and not only mine. Okay, guys, let's do 10 minutes break and then we will continue. Okay.
No, go ahead.
На самом интересном месте. Yeah, sure.
Okay, guys, I am back. What about you?
We're back. Okay.
You're back. Okay, guys, do you still alive? Do you still want to test? Okay, guys, so about Safari. So that's, I pretty sure you, let me check something else with you, maybe a little bit quickly on Chrome. 1 second. Yeah. Let me share my screen again. Okay, so let's repeat. So when you testing, so there is like, you can, the same what you will be doing as a user, just taking your phone, scrolling up, scrolling down. So that's everything what you will see on your screen. Same, it will work opposite way too. If you will be using your mouse or touchpad, you will be scrolling here, clicking here. Everything the same will, like all your steps will be repeated on the phone. So it works both ways. So don't be surprised. So yeah, guys, as you know, you can go to the console, check errors, check warnings, everything else. You can go check network connection, anything like the same like we use in console. For example, we want to find out once loading, we want to like figure out the logger image, for example. You can filter and you will see what you have. Same, for example, login. Just don't forget to hit refresh. You see? Screenshot the same available here. So the same you can do offline and refresh. You see no internet here. The same. So that's how it will look like. We can go online. We can do refresh and we will see our page back. So the same, guys, as you test and using Chrome Developers Tools on desktop, you can do the same with your web mobile application. Really useful. So easy to save console logs, easy to check network, easy to find out the name of the element. You see like this, you can see that's the input type. Yeah, so you can see this element which they why they didn't say view box. Okay. So like not really excited about the elements here, like names. So that's how it will look like. Okay, guys. So what about, so we're done with this one because we will be doing more interesting things. So let me disconnect this one. So Safari. The same, guys, same steps, because I don't have a like iPhone test device with me today. Next time I will show you. I will just take test device, iOS test device, and I will show you. So the same you can do, same with your phone. Okay, guys, iOS users, do you have USB cable and Mac laptop and your iPhone?
Yes.
Cool.
What about iPhones? But I have an HP laptop, for example. I have a Mac.
That's the same, you know, like when you have Android phone and Mac, that's the good thing. But when you have iOS and Windows, that's the punishment. The reason there is no Safari browser on Windows, and it will not really help you. So in your case, you have to use emulator. I'm not sure if Windows computer will be able to handle your reading your iOS device.
Marina, can I use iPad and iPhone?
No, you still have to have or iPad or iPhone and MacBook.
I have both, so
Cool.
should I share my screen?
Don't share the screen. Just connect your phone to the MacBook. So what you have to go, I will share my screen right now. I will share my screen right now first to show you the presentation. So that's the steps for the iPhone user. So on iOS device, you open Settings, Safari, and enable Web Inspector. So like, for example, here, let me switch the screen. I will show you how it will look like on Safari. So Safari, you see develop option here. So there is a Web Inspector. On your phone, it's also supposed to be enabled if you have it. So once you did it, so connect your device to your Mac using USB and open Safari browser on your iOS device. Safari browser on your iOS device. So on your Mac, like on my screen right now, you're supposed to go Safari Preferences. Yeah, so, and here it's like Show Develop menu. I already have it enabled. So advanced option is here, guys. So you have to go and enable it here. And you see this one, Show Develop menu in the menu bar. So this is supposed to be here. Here is the user agent, and you see there is my connected devices, which I'm using on the work. So once you connect this one, so yeah, you can choose develop your, it will show you which device you have. And you just can click on this device and you will see your device is open. Try, guys, if you can.
Marina?
Yeah.
Maybe I missed that part, but if I have iPhone and a MacBook, can I use it together?
Sure.
What if I also have a Dell? Can I use it with Dell, iPhone and Dell?
No.
So it has to be iPhone and iMac. But if it's Android, I could use it on Dell. Okay,
Yeah.
clear. Thank you.
Yeah, guys, everything with the Apple could be tested only with the Apple.
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to have two Apples.
Marina?
Yes.
So I choose the user agent and I choose the iPhone. What should happen?
Click.
I clicked it. So what else?
Safari window opens the Web Inspector with iOS device. Do you see your device?
So Marina,
No.
can I join just one thing? I did the same thing and it didn't work for the first time. And then I actually Googled it. That's we have to go on the settings to Safari, and in Safari in advanced we have to switch the Web Inspector from the off to on, because in some it probably didn't work.
Do you remember I showed the presentation? I will switch and share again, guys. Just a second. That's the first step. You see on the iOS device, open Safari, Settings Safari, and enable Web Inspector.
Marina, can you open please the screen, like the presentation, because we don't see it.
What you don't see?
Like you told like recently you see like blah blah blah, and we don't see what you're talking about now.
There's no develop field.
Yeah, there is no develop field also.
Ah, settings. Yeah, guys. Okay. If I will show you that is here.
We see only Dean page. That's it.
Which page you see?
Dean. And you cover it with settings now.
Okay, guys. So probably for some reason when settings is bringing up, it's not showing the settings. Okay, we will do different way.
So if I have iPhone and I don't have Apple laptop, I can do that, right?
You can.
What a cruel word.
You can. Unfortunately, you can. That's that's unfortunate. So guys, screenshot with the advanced settings in the general channel. Okay, guys, so we have to move forward because I have to show you like some interesting stuff. But guys, still with me. I will post the presentation and using the Google, believe me, you will able to bring up iPhone, and that's easier than do Chrome and Android phone, believe me. Okay, guys, so next step, let me switch.
Marina, is a Safari developer tool is the same as the Chrome?
No, it's worse. It's different. It's kind of similar, but I hate actually Safari. Not my favorite browser. My favorite browser is Chrome. So everything what is not Chrome, I'm not really excited. Okay, guys, let me.
Marina, can I open it in a Chrome browser on my iPad? I mean, or iMac?
iOS and on Chrome browser, no. No, you can do your iOS device with Safari. That's how it works. You know, guys, yeah, Chrome developed by Google, iOS developed by Apple. Apple is Safari. So, sorry, guys, that's the. Okay, guys, right now, as I mentioned before, as we expecting mobile project, so I will give you different information, also like really exciting, about how we will be testing as a manual testers. So let's, for Android users, so iOS devices, yeah. So what does it mean, iOS device? Everything when hardware and software designed and developed by Apple. So not only software, even phone, as you know, guys, developed by Apple. So, and it's iPhone, iPad, iPad, Apple Watch, Apple TV, and everything, all multiple devices which developed by Apple. So that's the iOS devices. So about testing iOS software. So Apple has really strict requirements for application. For example, you developer and tester, and you developed in your application, and you want to submit it to reviews for the Apple. Guys, you have to be really patient. You have to read all documentation. You have to follow steps by steps because Apple guidelines is just a nightmare. So as you see in the presentation here, so there is a review guidelines and process how to submit the iOS application. You don't have to focus on it right now, so that's why we're not wasting time on this one. If you will be interested, you can go and check what you're supposed to do, to what kind of guidelines you're supposed to follow to be able to submit your application for review. So that's how it looks like. Okay, guys, but right now we have to find out how we will test an application. So how you will be installing your application on your phone, and that they're not, if it's not possible to make it from the store, from the Apple store, because the application is in the testing. You're supposed to test the application before application will be submitted to the Apple. So there is, guys, two there is the two tools. Right now we will describe the tools which is developed by Apple, and this tool is called TestFlight. So let me show you where's my Safari. Just a second, I will copy this. Okay, so that's the TestFlight tool. Why we need this TestFlight tool? So TestFlight tool, that's the application developed by Apple for testing. That's exactly for the testing of the new version of application. So how you as a tester, you will be using this TestFlight application. First, you have to go to the store, Apple Store, and download this application from the store. Or usually, and I hope the same way it will happen with our current mobile project, by email, you will receive an invitation to join the TestFlight application and test this mobile application. So you will just have to open this invitation, and then you will see on your iOS device the pop-up that install TestFlight. And once you install this application on your phone, inside of this application, TestFlight, like see on the screen, guys, right now, exactly like here. So you will be able to open this application and install on your phone using this TestFlight application. So TestFlight application, that's the application which you will be using to receive the new build of your application. New build means new version. So each and every time when developer adds the feature, each and every time when bug fixes and like they want you to test, they have to send you the build. Build, that's the new version of the application. So you see iOS, it will be iOS build. This iOS build, that's usually IPA file. I will type in the channel like IPA file. That on the back, it's not will be visible for you like this. It's called IPA. We will go through all these files, like maybe like not today, different class. So today we will focus on so. You will receive this invitation and open and install your application and will be able to test. So this TestFlight work on iPad and iOS devices as well. So how it usually happens. So someone, product managers, developers, testers, whoever the person who is able, like responsible for this invitation sending email. So he goes to this application, desktop version usually of this application, and send an invite to the testers, or sending like build invite. And you just go through, you will see the pop-up on your device that new version is available from TestFlight application. So you go to their application and install a new version of the build. If you have already this previous build installed, with a new installation, previous one will be override. So you will have always new one. But guys, sometimes the latest version will not override the previous one. So it means you have to manually delete it. How delete the application from the phone, guys? From iOS, tell me.
Well, you're supposed to press on the icon and hold it.
Yeah, lightly press on the icon.
And
you hold it and it's gonna be a red cross on it. So you just push a cross and it will delete the app.
You know it. Cool. So once you delete the application, you have to go and reinstall it again. So, and this process calls, you have to, as a tester, make sure that your install is clean install. Remember this one.
How the install cannot be clean? Like, what's the opposite from clean?
Guys, that's the software. Everything happens. You know, like today is rainy day, tomorrow will be sun. No one knows. Sometimes
No, no. I'm saying when the application will be reinstalled, what's the problem could be?
No, after it's reinstalled, there is no problem already.
I mean, what does it mean install?
Yeah, that's called, once you delete previous one and install current one, that means clean install, and you will be, so clean install needable, that make sure you test in the latest version with the latest bug fixes. So you're not, sometimes guys, you thinking you test in the new one, and because its install wasn't clean, you test in the old one, and you can say to developers, hey, it's still not fixed. Why did you send it to me? And he will ask you, did you make sure that you test in the latest version? Check your install, make sure it's clean. So I just want to
once you receive the API file, you're supposed to open it and then reinstall the application, right?
So first, that's the IPA file, and yes. So, but you don't know that's the IPA file. That's I'm telling you that's the IPA file. You will see the pop-up, yeah, and you will see the sub. You see, like here, it will look like this, and you have to accept and install. That's it. That's exactly the best picture how it looks like. So you just have to accept, and that's it, and you will see a new installation. Yeah, UI may be different already a little bit because, guys, I'm not doing like this one exactly mobile testing like application right now. I'm doing more web mobile and web desktop. So, but when I was testing like 6 months ago, it was exactly looks like this. So that's about iOS. Okay, guys. Let's move forward to all this link you can check from the presentation. So Android. Okay, guys, I will tell you why I like Android. So for me, iOS, it's a little bit simple. So I like when I was able to like meet some challenges. So Android devices, yeah, a lot of devices, software is different, hardware is different. So mostly me, like my preference, that's the Android device like a phone, but MacBook. So I don't know why I'm like this person, but I like Android phone more than iOS device. But that's just my preference. That's nothing related to the testing. Okay, guys, so let's describe what Android device means. So Android developed by Google. Android, that's what? That's the software. So what's inside the phone? Hardware, phone by different companies, Samsung, LG, everything else. But you know, right now, guys, Google also developing like own phone, Pixels. So who knows? Maybe one day Android, like Google, will be like iOS, Pixel phone, and Android software. But as for now, Android, that's the software that's usable for multiple companies. So yeah, and those devices include phones, tablets, smart TVs, smart watches, like any possible multiple device which able to handle Android software installation. So application in the Google Play Store, so you can download from Google Play Store. And yeah, that's the last regulator. Like once you submit it, like after 40 minutes, you will have an approval, or even 5 minutes, because it's not closed software like iOS, so that's like easy approval. So that's why it's easier to easier to work with Android applications sometimes. Also a lot of challenges. So what else? As I already mentioned, test flight, it's here. I found a bug in my presentation. Sorry, guys. So Hockey app. This actually Hockey app, it's not only for Android. That's a really popular application, even for iOS. This Hockey app able to handle both Android and iOS. So a lot of companies, instead of using TestFlight and Hockey app, because they're working on both Android and iOS applications, they will be using this one, Hockey app. So process the same, guys. You will be receiving email that you invited to this application to test your application. So you have to open email and download Hockey app, and you will be able to test application. So challenge. First, file. Who knows how to name of their Android file? Anyone knows?
Again?
File for the Android.
APK?
APK. Cool. So APK, yeah, IPA and APK file. So this APK file you can install on your phone even without the application. So for example, you just can go, it will be just possible, someone will send you this APK file by your email, and you will be just able to download even without using any application like Hockey app. But then you have to make sure that the file will be deleted from your phone. You have to navigate to the files and delete this phone. So it's like it's possible to even install this APK file using drag and drop from the, you can install it on emulator, which is impossible with iOS. So, and with a clean install, there is a lot of problem, not like with iOS. So before you installing new files from the Hockey app, for example, you have to definitely make sure that you deleted previous one. So because this one overrides function between files, really not well handled on the Android side. So it's supposed to be, but for some reason it's not. So what I did before, I definitely deleted previous build and only then installed current, which was sent to me. So this way I was able definitely to make sure that's the clean install. So that's the issue, that's the challenge. So that's how it usually works. But in our project, mobile, I think both of them will be iOS application, not Android. So you will be lucky, guys. You just have to will go and install. So I will describe the process later. Probably we will create separate screens, not separate screens. We will create the separate project, and you will guys be creating the bug reports under this project, and developer will be coming to our Jira board and will be looking your bug report. So guys, make sure, please, when you will be creating bug reports, in this case, specify your device. So iPhone 8, iPhone 10, iPhone la la la, and version. Always, if it's not latest one, please add the version of iOS. So you don't have to specify the browser because there is no browser there will be an application. But always make sure that you definitely input the environment, which is your iOS version and your device. So for example, Safari, remind me what is the current version of iOS?
12.1.
12.4.
12.4.
So make sure you check the iOS version on your device. So for example, iPhone XS, iOS 12.4. Okay, that definitely should be included in your bug report. For example, you find out the bug that user is not able to make a purchase. For example, you can say purchase flow is broken on their application bug report, and you can say steps to reproduce. Click on the item, add to the cart, actual expected result, item added to the cart, actual result, for example, item is not added to the cart. So that's actually not related to the purchase. That's like shopping cart flow, for example. But if it will be like a purchase flow, you will not be testing the purchase flow probably because we don't have a test credit card. We'll see. Maybe they will give us test credit card. So, but if you will do in the purchase, make sure like you describe what kind of test card did you use, was MasterCard or Visa. So make sure that your steps to reproduce is clear. For example, user added item to the cart and click continue and enter the payment information and click on submit, and for example application is crashed. So we will ask them if they want a crash log. If they want a crash log, they're supposed to tell us what kind of information we're supposed to use in this case, like what kind of application for the reading the log. So there is a lot of software to read the log. So we will find out all those questions and I will give you all this information. So that's what happened. So that's why I gave you the overview of the Hockey app and the test slide, so you know. Okay, guys, right now I will show you how to install applications and test using Xcode and Android Studio. So I'm not sure if it will happen with the current mobile project because they really want to test us on a real devices, but for your future testing, you're supposed to know what does Xcode mean and Android and how they work. Okay, guys, so if anyone was able to install Xcode and or Android Studio, you're supposed to remember, you guys, I never mentioned this one. Sorry, that's my fault, but you're supposed to realize that Xcode is only for Mac machine. That's the Apple software, which will be working only on MacBook, not on Windows. So if you're a Windows user, you will be able to try only Android Studio application. That's the clear?
Yes.
It's possible to install Xcode Windows. Okay, guys, so there is a page that I developed for you. Excuse me. Who is laughing? Please mute yourself, okay, guys?
Yeah, really, guys. Just mute yourself.
Evgeny, you so unexpectedly appear on the class. I thought it was you laughing with the woman voice. Okay, thank God it wasn't you. Okay. Okay, guys, so there is a page which I developed for you, and I posted the link, as you remember. So you can go here and follow these steps. You can install Android Studio and application. And here, that's for MacBook users. You can install their application and Xcode. And right now, I will show you how it should work. So first, let me show you the overview of the application. So let's start from Android application. So there is an application which is called Antenna Pod. So you will see this application, and that's the open source. You see, guys, I found this application on a GitHub. So anyone, any user who has access can click here and download this application and use this application, which that's what does it mean, open source code. So I just can go here and install whole project. So what guys you're supposed to do? So once you will open like this link, this one, you see, that's the actual command. If you know how to use Git using the terminal, you can do this command. But don't focus on this one, just open this link, click here, and download this on your machine. That's it. Same with the second application. That's for iOS. Just here, download the file and install this application on you. That's what you're supposed to do. Okay, and right now I'm going to show you how it will work on Android Studio. So let me switch the screen probably. 1 second, guys. So you like, I have everything installed and like I already used Android Studio, but you're supposed to first install Android Studio. the reason I'm not installing this one during the class because Android Studio is heavy and it will take time and I don't want to lose this time. So you have to just install it. It's easy. You just have to click next, 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 like in any application. So once you install
Sorry,
the
Marina. So we don't need to download this if we have iPhone.
if you have already this application, don't install. Just install this one.
No, I mean if you have a iPhone, iOS system, not Android.
That's right now not related to the phone. It's related to the computer only. That's the desktop application for the computer.
Okay.
Right now it's not related. Right now that's for both. So Android Studio could be installed both ways, for the Mac machine and for the Windows machine. And Xcode will work only on Mac machine, so but not on Windows. Right now, I will show you how to install. So that's the like guys, Xcode and Android Studio. That's like the kind of framework for developing applications, and that's usable by testers, by developers to develop and to test. So that's kind of so Android Studio. That's the integrated development, I would say. I think that's the call, integrated development. So for Google Operation System. So you can use multiple IDE interface like JetBrains, IntelliJ IDE, which is also like developed especially for Android Studio, and it's available for download on Windows, Mac, and even on Linux-based applications. So that's for Mac, Windows, and Linux users. So right now I'm showing you guys that's the desktop application. And right now we're not focusing on which device do you have. So once you install this one application from the GitHub, this zip file, once you install it and you install it Android Studio, you have to click here, this link, import project, import Gradle project. So, and you will see kind of this one pop up like here. Let me show you how it will look like. So that's the Finder. On Windows machine, it will be like your menu. So, and you will see this application. You see antenna path, and you have to just click, highlight this folder, and install whole folder here. So it will be easy. You just have to click next, 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 and you will install this one. So there is nothing, nothing really hard to install this application. So once you install it, you will see this application successfully built. I will show you how it will look like. So I have it already. So 1 second, guys. You see, I will just close this one because I don't need it. You see right now, guys, application in a building process. So I have to wait until when everything here will be successful. You see the build still in configuration, so we have to wait a little bit until everything here will be green. And these buttons will be available for me to play with them. So it's loading the build right now. Probably because I'm in a sharing mode, that's why it's a little bit longer. You see? Almost done. Ta-da! You see? All check marks is green, and everything here is green. Yeah, guys, one more. I don't remember if I mentioned before. If not, I will tell you right now. I'm using the dark mode version. If you will not install the dark theme version, you will see everything like white color. So don't be afraid. That's just the color background. So it could be white color. I mean, Studio. The same with the Xcode. Okay, guys. So what do you think? Like your first thought? So application like code for the application already installed in the studio, like Android Studio. What do you think will be the step? How, as a manual tester, I will be able to bring up this application, to build it manually? What do you think I have to use?
I think it's too early for this question. It's the first time I'm seeing this application.
Guys, that's not early for this question. I just want you to imagine, like you see how many tools here. What do you think I have to hit?
Start.
Play, yeah? By the run, you mean play? Okay, yes. So this one is the green button, guys. It's easier. Just remember this one. That's for your future interview. Play button. Yeah, that's called run, but technically that's just the play button. Okay. So one more. You see this one phone icon. That's called AVD Manager. So you will don't focus on this one. You can Google if you want to know what is it, but that's the manager. So that's the actually emulators. So for example, I have some emulators already added here because I'm using this one. So, but if you don't, you can click here and create any device you want. You see, it's just easier. You have to click here and click next button and device will be added. That's it. So again, this one phone button and just add device here. Okay. Once you did this one, we can run the application right now. So I will hit this play button, which called run application. You see, if you will hover this one, it will show you run application. Okay. You see, ADB Manager, Android Debug Bridge. ADB, that's the Android Debug Bridge. So you can choose any device you want to run the application. So my preference to use latest and greatest, so I will be using Pixel 3 XL. So just highlight this one and click OK. And right now we're supposed, you see guys, build running. It means build version is built into your application, You see, and immediately this device emulator populated on the screen. And you see the application here, it's already here. So right now you're able to add podcast, everything like else you want. So yeah, if something is wrong, so you will see error message. So that's the to-do tab, that's the build output. So you will see the error messages here. So that's the emulate. That's the real Pixel 3 XL software, not hardware. So kind of only emulator. So there is, you see, sound button. You can rotate the screen like this. That's the, you can make a screenshot if you want. Search. So there is multiple options here. Settings also. You can go here and test anything you want, even fingerprint. So you can set up fingers. So guys, if you will be really someday focusing on mobile application testing, you have to know everything. But as for now, just our class related to the like quick overview of Android Studio. So that's how you will be using how you can manually install an application using Android Studio, how it will look like, and you can check, so you can do Zoom, so everything like you want. Do you like it, guys? That's the back button. So that's Android Studio related application. There is the application here we can open. Okay, tell me, how do you think, will you be able to install using the link that I provided in this current video?
Yes.
Right now?
No, at home.
Oh, of course, yeah, it's easy.
You're still alive. Okay, guys. That's
Marina, I forgot maybe you answered the question. Are you only able to test Android phones with this application? Is that right?
Definitely, because Android Studio develops the test Android application. Yeah, we will talk about the iOS
Okay.
more, right? iOS is next. That's it. I'm answering the question from the chat. Actually, I understand you want to like, because probably you use an iOS device, but believe me, there is more position in Android device testing because we have more Android devices and more Android applications than iOS applications, believe me, guys. So between, if I supposed to choose iOS or Android for sure, because there is more options, more positions. I would say easier to develop. So that's just overall information for the future. Okay, guys, so I will close this one. We don't need it. Yeah, guys, and one more. For example, you use an old Windows machine. So Android Studio, that's the really heavy tool. So it might take you some time to install it. So make sure you have enough space on your machine. And upon downloading, your machine is plugged into charge, because sometimes once like Android Studio just eating battery. So that's when you use an Android Studio and old Windows machine. If it's a new machine, it's not supposed to be any problem there. Okay, guys, Xcode. With Xcode, it's so easier, I think any person can do it. So you just have to go and download this application, like as I showed you before, this one. This one, the same. Download. Once you download this one, zip file. Once you did it, you just have to go find out this application on your machine, this one. Find out this Xcode project file like this. Please remember this one. You have it on video. And just click twice and open. Yeah, make sure you install it. Yeah, guys, make sure Xcode is installed on your machine first. But you just have to install and don't do anything. So you install Xcode, then go to this Finder, open this Xproj file, and you will see it's immediate. Once you open, it's immediately bring up me and whole Xcode. That's the application, guys. You see, there is application name, framework, products, or that's exactly the application file here. So there is a code. You can go and check and navigate. So you see, there is easier. The same. To build the application, we're supposed to click build and then run current schema. Let's do this. Build succeed. And you see, guys, immediately somewhere here, iPhone XR emulator is starting the application. Ta-da! That's the application. It's coming. Yeah, so that's the geolocator application based on the map, so you can do the same stuff. So map, play, check in, location, go to the settings and play with this application. So there is different ways.
Can you unlock the phone with this application?
Unlock? Yes.
Can you unlock the phone?
Lock phone?
Unlock. Can you unlock the phone with the application?
No. With this one, no. So you can. You see that's on the top simulator menu. So it's not like on Android Studio where it's settings like on the right. You have to go here. You can customize touch bar. You can go to the services. You can hide simulator. Like, so you can choose the device here from the simulator. You see how many options is available here. You can manage devices. So there is like rotate. You see, guys, in this case, I like Android Studio more. Definitely, I can customize it, but you see, it's not immediately available here. I have to go here, go right, left, but it's application, iOS application, much easier to test and much easier to develop, like for sure. Android is harder. So you see, rotate left. Like this. So we can use this application as well. So that's how to manually build an application using Xcode. Developers, so I don't have a developer account in iOS, but so that's why I just have a little bit different view. So developers, they also have a developer option here in the Xcode, so they see more fancy options here. But you see, that's the huge project. Like you can go here, navigate, check what you can do, how you can edit, debug, check the logs here. So zoom in, zoom out. You see, guys, so many options here. So that's how it looks like. If something is broken here, using this debug menu, you can find out what's the issue. You can simulate location. You can, so many options you have here. So that's how Xcode looks like. Guys, questions about how to run application on Xcode? Maybe how to install. What do you want me to repeat?
A little bit tired.
You're already tired, guys?
It's too much. It's too much. It's too much information.
My work.
I have
20 hours. 20 hours. That's 20 hours of testing. Believe me. I didn't.
Marina,
Okay.
can you show where's the log in Xcode? Because I had a question on interview. How do I find logs in iOS devices? How do I basically report with logs?
Probably you have to bring up the simulator and device in the bug file somewhere here. You know, even I don't remember. It definitely will be here. You can say, you can do here, just click here and save. You can file and save and save. You can like here, save here, just click here. You can copy. Logs will be here once something is broken.
I mean, yes, if there is something wrong with the log, just to attach it to the bug report. I said about Xcode just because basically I failed that interview really badly. I said Xcode because I knew that tool. I used to basically, I worked with that tool, and I just said it because I knew that there is somewhere the log. But the manager, the QA manager, he probably felt that I'm kind of failing, and he was like he was going deeper, and he was asking like where exactly that was the log file, and I was like somewhere console, and I forgot it completely.
Honestly, I don't remember because I tell you like I would do like this save all logs from here actually.
Mm-hmm. I remember it was somewhere, but I will find if I need it. But thank you anyway.
No, yeah, like somewhere here. Honestly, I just don't remember because I would just save it like here. But yeah, you can go and play. Just Google it. Say, you can listen always. If it's first, what I can tell you about the interview, if person like a manager who likes you from the first time, so he will never like to be like this, like show me exactly where. You can say like it's like in the file save as a log, for example. Like export, you can also use the export function like here. So logs will be first. You will see it here. Like once it's saved under application, everything here will be red, and here will be like this one, something like with the error message here. So you just highlight it and save everything here. You can cut, copy, and create code snippet, everything what you want, you can do here. So that's how I would answer this question, because I also don't remember where exactly how to save the log and log here. On Android Studio, it's in this one, to do window. That's the log on the bottom where there is a log window.
Okay.
So you can.
I remember on UTest, I had a project on a mobile application, and they recommended in a spec to use a special application. It's Logcat or something. So
Yeah, Logcat. Yeah, you can install this application from the Android from the Google Play and use this one. For iOS devices, there is the application, and I got that I was working with one student with this one, so you can install this application. There is also something. It's not related, not belongs to the Apple, but it's. I will post the link later, guys. Just forgot the name. So for iPhone, there is a special application, something also like, and you can save the logs using this application. I will check this conversation with the students where we were working on this application, and I will share this information with you. So that's how to build an application using this one. So if you will be able to install and play a little bit when you will be having the time and go through all this stuff here.
I think the window there's the device and simulator, and there's a log.
Show log view. Huh? Ayaz.
No, window.
Wait, question to Ayaz right now. Ayaz, you see?
Yes.
Search. Maybe like this. Show log view, probably.
I just got in my memory. It's I remember I have to go to basically log out from Xcode, and it's a separate. It's kind of you're logging in again without. Again, I don't know. It's kind of like separate between your project and your. Basically, it's kind of like separate with the Xcode,
Okay.
the logs and console.
But you see, it's also here, like all out here. You can probably just copy, and that's it. That's the logs. That's the look. That's the easier. That's all logs. Yeah.
I see. Thank you, Marina.
I think that's the easiest way. Like you copy what you see, you know exactly where the issue so that's like this. Yeah, so Xcode, it's not for Windows, guys. There are some options. You can install virtual machine with the iOS software on the Windows, but I'm highly not recommend you to do this because that's the total punishment for you, okay? So if you're a Windows user, just go to the Windows, install Android Studio and work with Android Studio, okay? If you're Mac user, use Xcode and work with the Xcode. Yeah, it's not really ideally, but it is what it is. Okay, guys, I understand probably that's a lot. Don't worry. If you will see that it's not enough from the first time, we will go through it again. So we still have a lot of time, so don't worry. Next class. Okay, so I will close it right now. There is option how to quit. Okay. Okay, guys, so what is the next? Next is probably homework. Yeah. So what about the homework today? So I added, let me show you guys. In the same task application, after guys, any feedback on the quiz, like once I updated like everything, like with the question related to the body active.
Yeah, I got a question. I received 90 on a test, so I want to know which question I got wrong. Where can I find the answers?
So there is no option. I actually looks like I enabled this option, show their answers after, and you're not able to see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I will work, guys. That's website in development. So sorry for any. I will provide the answers without any problems to you, just like as a file. Okay, so you have to go here. Yeah, I'm log out. So here you will see a huge document about mobile testing. So go and prepare interview questions. So this one is still not available for you because you will have a lot of tickets. So that's why I want you to maybe work on this one again, Android, iOS tools. finish this one, and let me show your ticket for. Remember, yeah, link is available for you here. Installing mobile application guidelines here. So that's in your Confluence. Okay, guys, let's check quickly later their burn down chat. So let me show you other homework. I just don't want to complete this. Oh, okay, it's here. Okay, sprint number 6. That's the, I already show you, complete interview questions. So prepare interview mobile bullet tickets, definitely, guys. Please do this one. Practice mobile testing. Yeah, using class video, please practice in mobile testing. What does it mean? Connect the phone to the Chrome using Mac or Windows. Try to figure out iOS stuff and do Xcode or Android Studio. So once you're done, just make a comment here, done, or practice it, or complete it, and that's it. Okay, next task. So please read this documentation about native hybrid application. So there, I want you to read this one. So please finish this one too. And really important weekend right now. So pay attention to this one. So guys, Tanya already gave you an overview of the resume. So as you know, guys, we already have a sweet and nice person who not finally, who got the job. So congratulations. So, but I know maybe some of you already also want to go to the market, and we want you to be prepared with the resume. So please start preparing your resume. So there is a template. I'm sure you see it already, yeah? So that's the really simple, but guys, believe me, the most simple resume with the 1 page, HR will be really excited than fancy resume with the 6 pages. No one will read fancy resume with like more than 2 pages. So in your case, it's supposed to be 1 page. So you have to watch in this ticket video about the company. So watch this video, please, and see this presentation. I hope after you will finish this video and see this presentation, a lot of your questions will be answered. So after you did resume, watch it, this one, and definitely read the presentation, you can schedule the mentorship session with Evgeny or Denise. How you will able to do this? In this ticket, you will see the link to the Dennis mentorship session scheduled and to the Evgeny. So that's for the Dennis. You see, guys, he developed like an application for you. So you can choose the time and schedule the session. Evgeny has a calendar here. You see, that's the August. So you can check his availability in August. Guys, but before scheduling the session, please make sure your resume is almost perfect. Means you following the template, you edit everything, what you know for now. Please don't, like for example, you don't know Selenium WebDriver and Java programming. Please don't do this. Please create your resume based on the knowledge you have right now on. Once we will be working on more technical stuff, you will be able to add resume bullets. That's why you guys working on the resume bullets. But for now, make it simple based on your current knowledge. So that's the homework. Clear?
Yes, clear. Thank you.
One more input here. Before scheduling the mentoring session, just be prepared, as Marina said. Make sure that your resume is good and your telling about yourself. You can prepare this speech about telling me about yourself, what you currently was doing, because don't waste your time with all other things that you can find in internet. I got multiple mentoring sessions just explaining very basic stuff. If you feel that you have questions but you don't really comfortable to ask, I mean, you can ask in mentoring session, but I would spend your time for specifically going with interview process, because this thing you cannot get something else, somewhere else, but with us, right? All other stuff, like for example, how Jira is working, or like how what is regression test, or kind of very basic questions you can find somewhere else. So I would rather spend your time with going mock interview, which is more valuable, right? Please be prepared. Basic bottom line. Thank you.
Okay, guys, you have 10 minutes. Questions?
Right now, I even can't imagine how to prepare.
Sorry, we lost you.
We lost your connection, Alex. If you have comments, send. We cannot hear you. Your connection is real bad.
Alex, sorry. So, guys, if anyone have a question, go please now with the question.
Yeah, I got a question. When you open up the Evgeny's calendar, I've noticed a lot of people already scheduled interviews. That means they already have their resume ready. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm really not sure, like, if I want to schedule it now, because we still haven't learned like the mobile app, which I want to add to my application. I mean, my resume. So is that all right if I schedule it at the end of the lesson? I mean, at the class.
I expect that most of people will be scheduled at the end of the class. So as early you will schedule the mentorship session, better for you. I wouldn't wait until the end, because you might be waiting for a. There's going to be a line, bottom line.
Yeah, I understand, but everybody will have a chance, right?
Yes. Yeah, but you're supposed to realize, guys, that there is only 2 people in TestPro for now.
3. Azat as well.
Yeah, Azat, but Azat is more automation stuff. So as for now, there is like more related to the interview. Yeah, Azat also. Okay, so we have multiple students. Guys, you see how many people in your class. So you're supposed to realize that you have to schedule in advance, but please don't waste this session. That's the session for the real interview. So it's not that session not supposed to include the question how to create bug reports, how create test cases, how I supposed to use the Google. So there is a session when you will go and first question that Evgeny will ask you, tell me about yourself. And it does mean that you have to describe not your personal information. You have to describe your QA experience only. So you're supposed to be so ready with this question. We will follow those tell me about yourself interview question with a hiring manager, with just HR for the phone interview. We'll have a special teacher who will be probably teaching this topic too. So, or some of us. So that will be announced later, guys. So, but please remember that's a special session for interview preparation, not for your, I would say, learning needs. Okay, just realize this one. So that's the chance. That's the like really good chance. So please don't waste this chance for the like questions that that Evgeny mentioned. You can Google it. You can always Google it. But this session kind of some like other person with experience just will listen you and will give you advices where you're room to grow, what you're supposed to improve. Okay. So if you're not ready to go to the interview right now and schedule the session, that's not a push. That's the push only for people who ready and feel that, yes, I want to go now to the market. I'm ready now. I know a lot. Like, that's your opportunity right now. For those who are not ready, and that's fine, you don't have to do it. That's not mandatory that you're supposed to go and schedule. You see, guys, that's why I have, that's the note. Next question, please.
Sorry, I have a question. Do we need finished our resume on next week?
No? You're supposed to.
So it means we have not just the next week, we have.
That you see the ticket say start resume preparation. Yes, you're not supposed to finish the next week.
Okay, thank you.
Next question, if you have, please. Okay, no questions? Okay, guys. So if there is no question, we will finish the class right now. So I will probably see you Tuesday. And Tatiana will be showing you the fancy tool for the performance testing Thursday. So that's probably our schedule. And yeah, guys, we will announce it in general channel, but as you remember, next weekend, that's the Labor Day weekend, and we off like next Saturday. Don't worry, you will not be missing this session. This session will definitely cover it like later. Like we're not missing this Saturday. That's still in scope. We just off everyone like Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, and you also will have one day, okay, to rest, but not more than 2. Practice, please, and do you. No, there is no only task in Jira. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tasks in Jira. Complete interview questions, prepare bullets, practice mobile testing, this one topic about application, and start resume preparation. No, don't worry, no story, just 5. So Lana will start sprint later. So that's, guys, that's it for today. So take a rest and practice, practice, and practice, and everything will be fine. Okay?
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
you.